Hello everyone, this is Valderan, and we are back in the Elkupalos galaxy, loading up the game, so we are ready to run for the center. Well, maybe not run, fly, but that is the direction we are taking. We will of course first look a little bit on what the frigates brought home, and yeah, then take it from there. There is not going to be much different from how I've been playing the last couple of days. I am trying to get out of this galaxy and into a new one and see what kind of that will bring. Elkupalos has been good and bad. There's a lot of planets with extreme environmental hazards, so that's one of the things which it's not good if you're looking for places to base build, but of course that's not what I in general do, so I'm as hopeless as someone with 10 thumbs if it comes to building, especially in computer games. If it's pre-done, prefab, then I'm a little bit better off. So what we are going to do is we are first picking up the stuff we actually have here. As it's on the freighter and it's free, so why not? It would kind of be silly not to. Is it something I badly need? Probably not. What's over there? Where's that going? Yeah, the weird thing is I built this, but I can't always remember what I have actually done. So this is all my storage, okay. Nice to know. You never know need to go to them, so it is one of these things. Ah, shiny. And well, yeah. Frigate missions. Let's see what they bring back to us. I messed up a little bit around these yesterday, but it shouldn't be too bad. So 900,000 the first one. Storage augmentation, I like that. $919 on the next one. There's 1.9 roughly. That's not a lot, but remember we had one yesterday who didn't actually give anything, so. $2.8-ish. More cyclonic eggs. 3.4. is not a lot. So it's a little bit of a poor day, but yeah. Some days are like that, and that's, I mean, do you need to cry over it? No. Not at all. Not at all, so... So 4 point something, 4.5 roughly. So yeah, that was a very low one on coinage, but I would say that's okay. We got actually things which was not bad. So just remember, it's not actually for making a lot of money. I'm doing this anyway, so it is, I mean, money I can make in so many ways, so this is absolutely fine. Quantum processors. There. Oh, I can make more of them. What's the last thing? Geodesite. No, I have plenty of that. What's that one? So I'm actually making more money by getting to that point. That needs still the portable reactor, which is the springing point. So yeah. That is absolutely fine. That is for trading. I'm not really stocking too much up because well, I am stocking up, but to be honest, I am trying not to overdo it totally, and preparing things to be sold is actually not a bad thing. So I know that it's something which takes time and all that, but putting some of these through, I've suddenly gotten a lot. Wow, that is me, to be honest. I am very bad at holding, and I do it a lot. That's why survival, and I would guess permadeath, is going to be the same. It's a little bit, I feel, hard on me because I'm used to stock up on almost everything. And it is, I know it is, but it is one of these things which is, yeah, I agree, and but I've been like that in most games I've been playing. I always hoard up, and I mean, my kids have been laughing at me for hoarding in World of Warcraft. If they needed something, they always ask, "Do you have that by any chance?" And yes, I did. So, yeah, that is kind of my play style very often. And the thing is, when I come across something I think I can use, then it's very often like, ah, shiny. That might be handy one day. But it always creates problems if there is limitation on storage. And there always is somehow. Oh dear. Trade more. It's all about having the right numbers, and that's the end, if you can get it to be 5-star, then it's even better. I just made a miscalculation, but never mind. I don't know why I thought that was too balanced. Well, seeing something wrong is not again the first time I do that, so okay. That sounds interesting. That's something I need to look into, because that definitely is a good thing. What kind of food? Okay, that's interesting. That's something I will look into, because that is absolutely interesting. I cannot do that a lot, so I found it a little bit difficult to find those two I already have, but it took a lot of time, but that might not be the worst thing. Oh, no, 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 no. You're kidding me. I know what happened here. That is a good tip. Yeah? Yeah, I have plenty of that, yeah? Okay, I need to get rid of some of those I have then, but apart from that... Yeah, that's absolutely brilliant. I'll give that a go. I will put that on the agenda tomorrow, but I need to have all frigates home so I can kind of dispose from an end with the weaker links. That's absolutely brilliant, and if they don't take any sort of damage or anything, then oh. I would say you are quite a, I almost said rocket player. That sounds a little bit negative, but you are a hardcore into it. No, I get that, and that is the best way of getting around anyway. You never improve your gameplay by not playing, that is for sure. That's absolutely a little bit what we talked about yesterday about people being stupid sometimes. And it's very often based on not actually playing a lot and have some sort of idea how everyone else should play. That's more than me, I only have 2. I have one on Steam as well, so... What are you then sitting when you are considering? Are you then picking a special save because of your mood that day, or do you just take the one you are on at the moment? Well, I do exactly the same. Mine is pretty much the next one is a copy of the first one, no matter what type of game it is. Yeah. But I don't know if you have it in that way, but when I started playing survival, I played once a week, and I thought, then suddenly, no, I want to play every day because it's actually interesting, and it is kind of yeah, you might, well, for me, I might take a day breaking off with something else, but it is very often like, well, if it's challenging and I find it interesting, I want to play more. It's not the fact that it's hard or anything, that doesn't really bother me. And yeah, of course it annoys me if I am stupid and I die or something like that, but apart from that, that's kind of the rules with playing games. That is, it can go anyway, not only the ways you want. Yeah. I do not know if I will do that on stream, but the thing is, I'm having a little bit of holiday, and that's get the house full of guests, so that's But that said, never know if I can. Yeah, I will. I will give it a try. Not that I doubt I will go into that deeper, but at least not on stream. That's not my intention. I'm simply doing it for giving a fair view of it and. Trying to keep an open mind. Even though I don't like Bethesda's way of announcing new games, I find it a little bit annoying that they have to slender everything else. And they always come out and say, "Oh, we have the best game ever in this genre," and now you don't have to play those shitty games you have been playing so far. Now you can play ours, which is much better. And yeah, give me a game that is better. Let the game talk for itself, not by some marketing guy. Oh, I heard that. I heard that before. But I mean, when they put Elder Scrolls Online and announced it that this would be the death of World of Warcraft, and a lot of players actually kind of believed it, and they got very disappointed because it didn't work out, not even close to World of Warcraft. They had some good ideas, but ideas is not always making a game. And yeah, I know you can argue whether World of Warcraft is a good game or not. Unfortunately, I think it has gone downhill the last couple of years, and that's one of the reasons I don't play anymore, because when a game starts to feel like a second job, then that's not what I wanted to spit. Yeah, no, I understand that fully. Yeah, I fully agree. I mean, I don't mind paying for a game, but the tendency now where it's they charge up around $100 for a game. I really don't think that is feasible. That's not my cup of tea. As I said, I don't mind paying for a game, but I want my money's worth. Yeah, no, I agree. The only thing I pay for now is Xbox Game Pass, and that is simply because they launch all those games you can then play as you like, and that gives me an opportunity to try out a lot of games. And I sincerely enjoy that, and that is nothing compared to. But if I bought all those games, I would be a poor man. That's not even a joke. I kind of wanted to play Diablo, but I didn't want to pay 80 British pounds for it. And that was not even the deluxe version. The deluxe version was 129 British pounds. And you know what? I can wait. I can wait a long time if it is. And my son do the same on Steam. We never buy games at those full prices. But he is sitting scavenging and say, oh, that one got 70% off now, so let's yeah. What am I actually doing here? Not sure I know what I'm doing. But I can't be bothered fighting those pirates. Yeah, I have done that in between taking those demo versions which had a limited time on them, and just to get a feel on the games and if it was something for me. But then it started annoying me that you could play X amount of hours and then you had to pay to buy the full game, and the progress you had could not be transferred and all that kind of thing. So no, I'd rather wait. But I will agree, microtransactions is one of the curses that has been put into games. I was actually generally shocked because the place where I used to work, it was one of these shared office buildings, so there was a lot of companies, and well, I frequented the smoking area because I used to smoke, and I came out there and talked with other smokers from other companies, and there was a man my age, and he found out that I played a lot of games, and he said, how can you afford it? And I said to him, what do you mean? I try to be savvy, getting cheap games or even free games. And then he told me he spent around 100 British pounds a month playing games on his mobile phone and his iPad. Fucking hell, I use 8 British pounds a month for gaming. I used to pay, what was it, $8.99 on World of Warcraft, but that was it. And then the occasional spending 20-30 pounds over a month on other games, but very rare I ever paid full price for a game. But I mean, a man my age spending that much in microtransactions on mobile games. And then you can start thinking, how much is younger people then actually spending, because they are sometimes a little bit I would say that I have played some kill time in airport games, but that's about, yeah. But I could not play anything being a little bit serious on a phone or an iPad. That is not really me. But that was actually one of the things that made me talk to other people in my age group, because I found out a lot of them actually wanted to learn about playing games, and I kind of had a fan club that came and asked sometimes, and it was actually quite nice to be able to help them into something a little bit more substantial without spending too much money. The worst thing is computer gaming is a jungle, and if you jump out in front of the predators, you will be eaten, won't you? Should we hunt some pirates? Haven't done that in a while. But yeah, I feel so sad when I hear stories like that, because it is because people don't know better, and then they end up in traps. And I'm not even talking about gambling websites, because that is one of my pet peeves. It is so easy for people to spend shitloads of money, and they can't afford in the first place. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against gambling, but I'm against making it too easy for everyone. That is not beneficial for anyone other than the owners of the service. come alone. They bring their friends and their families, and their friends, and the friends' friends, and their friends' families. Oh, I think this is the last wave, by the way. I think they ran out of friends and family. Yeah. Why do I have them there? I must have been doing something stupid. That's probably okay. It's not entirely hard to fight the pirates. You just have to keep your shield topped up. I keep saying that and I keep breaking that mantra myself, so do as I say, not as I do. Space stations are kind of always similar, and that's I would say a good place to kind of find your inner peace, meaning that you know it's safe, it's always a nice place to be. You don't get brought into trouble anyway. You might have the odd Viking that hits you, but apart from that, it's that's fine in itself because it's part of the game. But it can also be the place where you can fuel up on bad health, so not necessarily bad. Ugh. one of them do you attack it? I don't really want to attack things just because I don't understand them or don't know what it is. That's actually where I think when humanity gets further out in space, we might fuck off. And it is that thing that
Technology recharge.
kind of intrigues me, but I know many people would be scared of, for instance, meeting aliens. Yeah, what if they don't look like us, and what is the chances they will? It is chances for they won't look like us is bigger than the chances they won't, so
Product received. Product received.
and I'm not trying to be negative about anything because I wouldn't know what to expect. And as I'm a big fan of science fiction games, I love games which go out to space. I'm sitting playing No Man's Sky. If I didn't like fiddling around in the galaxy or galaxies, then I probably wouldn't be playing this either. So, yeah, but that's just a game. Yeah, it is just a game. And that's a good thing to remember that. Might as well try to make some free money. Stop running. I know I'm doing a lot on space, black holes, jumping on, going to trade stations at the moment. But to be honest, it is kind of to get onwards and outwards. Why is the Sentinels? Are they actually irregular patrols? So the Sentinels at that building, that is probably a manufacturing plant or something like that. They are, or can be useful if you want to get upgrades to things. Okay, that was enough for me. Oh. I'm getting warm again. That is really annoying. And then I'm pouring water down myself. That's one way of cooling off, but I don't think anyone wants to see a Mr. Wet t-shirt. We come back to what we talked about the other night, so yeah. Back to space. At least we know what that is. Or do we? So, I am still moving towards the center of this galaxy, and for that I use black holes. So, that or that, what's the difference? That one, and where were the other one that was up there? That is a slightly better system, so let's take that. And no, I don't really go for the difference in the systems, but I also have to make a living, and I do that by trading, so yeah. At least so I claim. In reality, I do it by smuggling. That is very lucrative, I can tell you. So for that you need outlaw systems and money to invest. But when I reached the point where I was very close to getting the 4 billion limitation, I actually started investing in a lot of contraband, because then I know if I suddenly should need money, at least I have something there. It might not be the best investment you can do, but that will do, at least for now. But I haven't actually been in this situation where I have needed to restock money. I have started earning them from pretty much zero again, and I'm almost up at 1 billion again, so yeah. It's is that the limitation? That's actually a good question, because I don't know.
Technology recharge.
That is true, I need to use some nanites. I don't know what to use them for. Well, that's one thing I can actually practice for my upcoming challenge of not spending any money. That doesn't mean I can't earn money, but I can't spend them. I'm not going to farm the carbon in this room. I did that on survival, and I will probably do that on Permadeath as well, because I could imagine farming stuff on planets can be quite dangerous, so that I have to bear in mind. But on normal, it is more feasible to go to a planet and then go mental on trees or plants. Oh dear. So if I'm filled up with nanites, I don't want nanite missions. Money is not really feasible. Trade goods for 2 sentinel quads. Nah, that is going to sit in my log for a very long time. But thank you for asking. I hope you're not offended that I don't take it. So, did that actually count up? Yeah, it did. Or did it? That is, that's one thing I'm not quite sure whether it did or didn't, but that is what it is, and if it doesn't count up anymore, then it's just as it is. I will still pick up, and I will still do what I do, because anything else would be the death of me. So a little bit of tritium farming. It is something everyone, almost I would say, sometimes have to do. The thing is, this ship doesn't actually need tritium. It can run on other things, but I need tritium to make my frigate fuel, and just getting a little bit here and there is actually quite nice. And yes, I know I do buy it sometimes if I come across it as well. So where did the black hole go? It was there. was the main objective in this system, so what is shooting at me? Or am I just imagining things? I might have hit an asteroid on my way through. It's not always easy to see when you come out of pulse whether you hit something or something shoot at you. I kind of thought something was shooting, so well. So we are slowly making our way towards the center of this galaxy, so that's absolutely good. So I'll talk a little bit about the plans for the roughly next month's time. I will be streaming today and tomorrow, and then I will be off a week on holiday. Yay me. And when I come back from holiday, then Starlight is being released, so I will play that a couple of days or the whole week. I'm not quite sure yet. It depends how much it bores me or how intrigued with it I am. I don't know yet, and I will be sitting playing with an open mind as a new player, because I will not open it until I go on stream. Play that, and then everyone can have a look at how it works and how it looks and all that kind of things. And when that's done and I had enough, I have a challenge coming which one of my viewers gave me, and I'm actually going to do that. It will be a no money units, nanites, quicksilver game. So we are not allowed to use any funding, so everything has to be manufactured or gotten around, so there will be a lot of planetary runs. And if we reach 50 followers, then I have promised I will start to play a Permadeath game on stream as well. So my idea is that if I reach the 50 before that, then I will probably put it up on alternate days, so I play them side by side. And yeah, that will go on. There is something I need to check up. Actually, I can do that while I'm here, because that will not matter too much. So bear with me a second, but I need to find something out. Of course, I heard some rumors, 2 places. Then I will. Bum bum bum. There's nothing since that. I'd rather not say anything without any factual, so well, that is not bringing any news whatsoever. So yeah, I will continue looking into things, because that will be the better option there is, because otherwise I can of course sit and tumble around. And yeah, I can do that for forever and ever. So that is kind of the thing. Bear with me a second, I need to open my window. Or should I say another window? So I can tell you that there are rumors we are getting an update to No Man's Sky soon, and if that is true, then there might be an expedition coming as well. And I already heard a couple of things about that, and the thing is, normally I would play that on stream, but I am not 100% sure whether I will or not. But if I choose to play that, then I might push other things a little bit. So, as all programs, mine is also possible to be moved a little bit. But the only thing which is carved in stone is that I am having holiday. Everything else can be changed, but I would like to play Starlight the day it releases, so that might be one of the things I will do, but let's see when we get down. And the best thing you can do is I will be having holiday and be back, I think it's the 4th of September, which is Monday. So if you come around and listen in, then you will then know exactly what happened, because then I know more. And of course, if I know more before, I will also let you know. So I just took a kind of a mission that I normally don't like, but it's asking me to get something. Wrong button. And this one is straightforward. That is okay. Okay, now you're telling me non-stick piston. That's for that one. That is something I have to buy somewhere. Fungal mold I have on my freighter at least. And I'm tempted just to go and get it and come back, because that kind of make it easier. If you can't hoard when you are a hoarder and use it when you need to, then you are a poor hoarder. So the problem is going to be the non-stick piston. I need to find that. So fungal mode. I have plenty of that. I think it was 50 it needed, so yeah. That one is sorted. And then back where we were and see what happens there, because non-stick piston. Well, thank you for following. If it hello there and welcome to the little group of people. How are you? Gave me a clue. Maybe I should read that. Ugh. Hello there, welcome to. Yeah, it is. As soon as there's rumors of an update, it always go on sale. So that is, I don't know if you heard me. I was just sitting talking about it because I heard from 3 sources that there might be something coming, and now one of my good viewers, which is very, very helpful to me sometimes, said he was going to play Expedition on Thursday. So yeah, it's a little bit difficult question because what do you like to do for fun? I mean, I like re-enter space stations without wanting to do it. No, I kind of like to push myself sometimes, and I don't always feel I can do that in normal game. No. Well, theoretically you can, because if people play with everything enabled, then you can actually, there is people trying to snipe other players. The multiplayer part of No Man's Sky is not great, but it does work, and you can play with friends and enemies if you like, but it's more, it's rare people are actually malicious. I can agree on that, but I would say you like sightseeing. Well, there is the whole exploration part. You can fly to a lot of planets and explore them, find old buildings, things, animals. There's something called sentinels you can fight with if you like, but you need to gear yourself up before you do that. It's not straightforward. It's not impossible, but the whole thing is you need to gear up. So I play a mixture of exploration and I do a lot of trading. I like earning money, and I'm a hoarder. So many of the viewers laugh at me for saying that, but I don't always want to fight just to fight. So I try to survive by avoiding to fight, but still get the rewards from fighting, if that makes sense. And you can sometimes do that. Yeah. Oh, there's a lot of possibility in that matter. I need to think here. That's a bad one. There are missions you can do in game, and I took a type of mission I normally avoid because it told me to go and buy something, and finding specific things is not impossible, but it can take quite a long time to do so. But at least it brings me to some planets, and this is kind of what I mean by you have a lot of planets to explore and have the sightseeing on them. They come in different shapes and, well, not shape, but flavors with different environments and a very unique animal life and plant life on them, or some planets have absolutely nothing. So there is a lot of possibilities, and it's a game where if you get bored doing one thing, you can actually switch and do something else. If you want to fight, then those sentinels I mentioned, or pirates, is things you can fight with, and it will give you things to do, and you can end up actually doing build a base, build many bases. You can farm resources. There's a lot about scanning things to find out what they are, and you even earn money doing so. So that's even better. Of course, when you start the game, you are not well geared, so it will be less, but it grows over time as you improve yourself. There's no leveling or anything. You just build up your own self, and there is a certain degree of customization as well. So I'm landing on a trade post because that's something I like, and I look at ships because there's a lot of different types, and it's some of us are looking for specific ships and want to have just that ship we are looking for, and you feel very happy when you find it. So I can't buy what I wanted here, so
Product received.
that is a bummer. But you will see that planet comes in all depending on what color sun they have, and the light will be different, and the whole environment, and you will never find two planets which look the same. Does that help you a little bit? I did mention I'm a hoarder, so whatever I can get for free, I'm all over. Let's see, there's animal life. You can actually interact with them if you want. Some of them can be quite dangerous, so that's one thing you need to kind of bear in mind. But these one, I think they just look big. But when you scan them, you get some information. But to interact with them, you will have to give them some food, and I actually don't think I have any. No. Well, luckily I can make that myself. You learn to make different things as you go on, and where do you go? But you give them food, and then you can interact with them, and you can collect, lay eggs or give milk or something. You can actually harvest that from them, or you can even ride them. So you can get sightseeing at a whole other level. And if you want treacherous locations, on many planets there are caves and cave systems. They can be quite treacherous, but there's often rewards in them, so you can actually get something out of it. There's a sentinel. I'm not going to fight him, even though a single sentinel would not be a problem, but they have a tendency to call their whole family and friends and come in many waves, depending on the type of planet I'm on. I actually don't know what the sentinels here are. I actually looked at that. They are just frequent, so probably wouldn't come with too many. I will say many have actually said that to me. It's a lovely de-stress game, so you don't have to do more than you want to do. See, that's the eggs I just got. You can kind of adapt to your own state of mind. If you just want to see beautiful planets, then you look after those which have the characteristic which would make them beautiful. And that's something you would learn by playing. I'm being warned about a pirate now. There's a price on his head. So I can choose to run or I can choose to fight. This one, I think I will fight because it should not be too difficult. Notice I say should not. Problem is my ship is not the fastest. But it's very strong on guns, so and boom, the pirate is gone, and the authorities pay me for killing him. That's not too bad. So you can look at planets from a distance by scanning them. Well, supposedly you can. Yeah, I'm not landing on that planet. Let's go a little bit closer. You kind of learn to see how the planets look, and you then will know whether it's something for you or not. This is called a quagmire planet. Quagmire is the swamp. I don't think I will meet Shrek there, but I just ran out of fuel, which is a little bit embarrassing, but
Technology recharge.
that's luckily something you learn to keep in mind and keep an eye on. I always say when you start the game, every time we start, we call it starting a save, because that's technically what you do, and you play on that save for how long you like it. But when you start one, you actually get the possibility to play some missions which teach you most of the game, like kind of a tutorial. I would say when you've done it many times, it might be a little bit tedious, but the thing is, you can. And I would advise to follow the missions in the beginning when you are new to the game. And it will teach you all the basics and stuff like that, and you will get a good understanding. Sentinels are not friends, just saying. So, this is a planet with a lot of water, and there is actually an option to explore under the sea as well. So, if that's something you would fancy. The only thing is you need to learn to hold your breath. That is of course a little bit of a joke, but you need to equip your exosuit, which is your space suit, with protection for water as well, underwater, which you normally would do. So you can go down under the sea exploring. You can even get a exocraft which can sail around as well. So there's a lot of opportunity to explore if that's what you like. So one question which very often comes in when the game go on sale is it worth playing, or is all the problems there was 6 years, 7 years ago being solved? And well, the answer to that is yes and no. A very non-useful answer, but yes, it's worth to play. I'll come back to that. But no, not all problems has been solved. However, the game is more stable now than it's ever been, and there is the odd bug coming up. No doubt about that. And we all run into them from time to time. But I would say, show me a game with absolutely no bugs. So actually, can I do that? No, I can't. I can't trick the game. What a shame. So I need to go and buy something, and I need to find a technology level that suits with that, and I have no clue. That's a 3-star system, so let's go there and look. So feel free to ask questions. You don't have to follow if you are new to the game and don't know what the game actually is. Because you've seen it's on sale, then you might want to ask some questions about it. Feel free. I'm happy to answer anything I can. But yeah, the amount of bugs has gone drastically down over time, and I would say Hello Games has been very, very good at come out with updates, with patches, and if there is something wrong, they seem to be very quick to fix it, especially when it's something really bad. So the other question, if it's worth playing, I would say I'm sitting streaming it. I could have chosen any game I had access to to stream. But one of my consideration when I started streaming was I need to play a game I want to play every day during the week for an amount of hours. Which one would that be? And I made a list of, I think I had 7 or 8 games on that list. And some of the games I kind of took off because I didn't think they were suitable for a Twitch audience. They would be very slow, strategic, and that would only be for me. Well, I could play many hours of those games, but I would be sitting here pretty much alone, and that's not really what I want. I want to communicate with people, to talk with people, give them advice if I can, or learn from them if I can, and both luckily happens. The system didn't have what I needed. Okay. I was stupid. I need to try to sell my stuff as well. Because that's the whole part of trying to be a trader. That is to earn money from trading over and over again. But as my list became smaller and smaller, I did want to play something which had an open world. Because open world gives you the opportunity to kind of jump off the grid and do what you want to do. Okay, No Man's Sky has the survival part in its tagging as well. And yes, many players struggle the first 30 minutes they play, no matter what level they play at. The only thing I say, don't ever play sandbox mode, because that is so boring. You get everything handed, and you will have a lot of things handed that you have no clue what to do with. And that is not helpful. So, play in normal mode. Yeah, die. We all die sometimes. I die. Especially when I do stupid things. I'm running around like a headless chicken. But it is, as I said, a game where you can kind of go off without following any convention. You can even turn around and play and become a pirate if you so like. I do some smuggling sometimes, not at a big scale, but sometimes it gives me the money I like. And that is always a good thing. So this is a rainy planet. That's kind of almost a paradise planet. Paradise planets are the perfect planets for life. Good weather, no environmental hazards. The only thing you might risk is angry wildlife, but that should be solvable as well. So, as this is a rainy planet, then it might have some environmental hazard, which is probably doesn't actually say that there are hazards, so I don't know what balmy weather causes. You suddenly abandoned me, Wicked. Well, I just found out that the game has gone on offer, so that always happens before we get an update. And some people are curious how the game is. No, don't be. It is like everything else. Life goes on. Yeah. No, life goes on all around us all the time. So that's. I will, if I have to, I will run off if there was something suddenly popping up, and that's that I fully understand. Yeah, and that is important. No, I'm just sitting chit-chatting about the game because I got a couple of questions about it, and I must admit, I love No Man's Sky. It's one of my favorite. Yeah, that's a very important thing. Yeah, it's cheap. I personally would recommend people to actually buy it when it is cheap, because I still think it's one of the greatest games I ever had, and I might play other games, but I always come back. Always. This is a very orange planet. Well, I hope they give us some Twitch drops this time. Even though I'm going on holiday, but well, an S-Class shuttle if anyone is interested in that. No, the worst part with that is we sometimes don't find out until we pretty much log on. I have always drops enabled because if something comes on, then it's there. Huh? Yeah, I was on with the last one, so as I said, I hope it comes on because then I get it as well. So let's see, what does he want? 22.5 million for a shuttle. S-class shuttle. Only 2 hypercharge shown. Well, if you're collecting shuttles or ships and you are in the Elkupalos system, then feel free to use the glyphs in the left hand corner now, and I will give the coordinates when I come to my ship. Maybe we should go a little bit up. So it's almost pink, light green. So I am on the Kavan Sigma planet, and it's in the Uistok Uin system. Jesus. And I will go to my ship and get the coordinates. If I could remember where I parked my ship. So the coordinates is, I'll write them down as well because I'm going to put this into a video. Plus 8.22, comma, plus 99.94. So in order to use the glyphs you have to be in Elkupalos system, galaxy, but then you can come here and camp out for a shuttle if you so like. So I'm still chasing something, so I'm not. This is going to take a very long time to actually get to that point where it's feasible, but it's another thing with this game. It is very good at getting you sidetracked. You start playing every day with every time, I should say. And you have some sort of plan. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then you take a mission or you do something, and then you end up doing something completely different from what you actually let out to do. a lot of the progression in the game is actually getting good ships, good freighter, good gear, I almost would say good weapon. It's not called a weapon, it's called a multi-tool, but it has the gun part and a lot of scanning as well. So the thing is that as I said, there's no leveling or things like that. You improve yourself or your gear with things that you buy, which is like these. They look like this when you buy them, and then you install them, and they cost nanites if you buy them, but you can get them around as well for almost free. I have a feeling this system actually has more to it than it should. But that's how all the progression come, and sometimes you actually have to almost micromanage your gear. Yeah. Yeah, this was the wrong place I came back. Okay, that's okay. It's not my base I'm looking for. And it's certainly not the space station either. Why do I do that? It's the second time today I do that. Move away from the opening before you start turning around or looking around. As I said, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah, we had one evening on chat the discussion how best to cook a cake. Might be the new Christmas food. Instead of turkey, serve a cake. So, turning desperate. No, I'm not. They never have trade goods. Well, oh, there's a disclaimer. Don't fly into anything with your spaceship. You might harm it. It might be harmful for you. Remember, this is a survival game, so everything can potentially kill you if you do the wrong things. So that's just how it is.
Received. Units received. Units received. Units received. Units received.
Let's I'm trying to sell at a profit whatever I buy. The key is to buy on trading posts because everything will be cheaper there, and sell it at space stations. As I said, that's key. So it's not like I'm trying to teach anyone to do things my way, because that is not necessarily the best way. I try my best, I try my hardest, but I do fail sometimes. That makes me human. That's my excuse. What's yours? That is absolutely true. And that's something we emphasize a lot. There is no right or wrong way to play No Man's Sky. It's your game, you choose your path, and the way you do it is the right way. Well, as I have learned, sometimes there's different ways of doing things, and some of them is easier than the ways I have chosen. And I would say I've been happy to learn new things sometimes. I would say in other situations I have chosen to do as I always did. Oh, don't talk about the zombie squirrels. I still have nightmares over them. Now I came too close and shooting. The authorities don't like when you shoot around space stations. But luckily, you can break the battle by going into the space station. And it's not like they shoot you when you come in. As I said earlier, sometimes the best way to fight is knowing how not to fight. When people talk about zombie squirrels, I always picture the squirrel in the Ice Age as the base model of the zombie squirrels. I don't know if that's unfair. It might be slightly unfair, I don't know. There is a classic video which went around. It was a dad sitting playing No Man's Sky, and his very young daughter, I would guess she was 5, 6 years old, was sitting on a chair next to him watching Daddy play. And he lands on this planet, and the daughter starts, "Ah, Daddy, that animal is cute. That animal is cute. Go look at it." And the dad goes over to that animal, and the animal attacks him, and he just go totally panic. I really laughed very long, and probably not very fair to that dad sitting with his child, but you know what? Don't bring your kids to your computer. That is a very bad thing. Okay, I'm going to be beaten up now. I'm doing it to show what happens sometimes. And if your exosuit is not geared properly up, the damage will be worse. Believe me. I did this in survival mode, and my gear was not very good at that point, and it almost took half my health. And half my health means the little white crosses up in the left hand, that is kind of life, and when you lose all them, you die. and I had only 4, 5, 6, something like that, and he struck me and I lost 3. Well, I personally think that it's like everything, it's a question of balance. Because what you don't know is I originally was a school teacher and I'm specialized in kids with special needs. So and I can tell you, some of the most so-called hopeless kids, which was given up by system and society and everything, by sitting and playing the right games, just a little time every day. No, I fully agree. I absolutely hate parents which goes to a restaurant and their young kids are sitting on an iPad watching cartoons or whatever it is, and they live with that screen constantly. That I find absolutely horrible. Now everything in balance and with the proper guidance, I think it can be useful. Now, as I said, I saw some very good things happening with playing certain type of games on a computer a little bit, because it got, first of all, some of their restless out of them, and they calmed down and they were actually more open to normal education. And you know what, I was working on a project where I had 10 kids which no one ever expected them to be able to provide for themselves or get a proper job or anything. And down the line, I followed them long after they left my care, because I only brought them through normal schooling, but what happened afterwards was it was still the same project going on, and it was actually so well done that out of the 10, 8 of them actually got some sort of education where they could provide for themselves, get jobs where they actually every day go to a job instead of turning into all the normal culprits, crime, drugs, alcohol, whatever. So the only one who didn't actually get anything, she chose very early to produce children, and she's still on public welfare, and that is never going to change. And you know what? It was not the kid which was the problem, it was her parents, or rather her mother. And this was one of those situations where the mother molded the kid into doing exactly the same she had done. And it's so wrong. As a parent, you should guide your kids, but you should let them take their own choices. And I'm sorry, I'm the type of parent who sent my kids out climbing trees and things like that, and I always done that. You need to know it hurts when you fall down. Otherwise, your parents just tell, oh, you will hurt yourself. They start not believing it. So weirdly enough, this mission I didn't like, I managed to do.
Product received. Product received. Product received. Product received.
That is sometimes not too bad. I did something I don't normally do, because I normally go to the space station first, but I actually didn't do that yet. There's another thing I haven't done. Oh God, I'm talking too much now, because I'm actually forgetting what game I'm playing.
Technology recharge.
I will end up having zombie squirrels after me, won't I? So I can see I'm only one follower from ending up playing Permadeath. That's dedication, and I have a very good community coming around here. A lot of people with a lot of knowledge about the game. But I also have new players which comes and asks sometimes for a little bit of guidance. And that's all you get from me. I'm not telling you how to play your game, because it's your game. And the attitude is, there is no wrong, there is no right. There is your way.
Units received.
But if there's things you struggle with, I can show you a little bit of how to unstruggle things. That I will be happy to do. And I know many of those people viewing as well will chip in, especially if I'm going down the wrong route. So now I just have to hand in the mission. It can't be any better than that. Oh. I sometimes wish that my brain would work in mysterious ways. So when I'm on a cold planet, I start freezing. When I'm on a hot planet, I start sweating. Yeah, that might not be very good. I think we need to forget that sentence. Because what happens when I get to a toxic planet? Will I then be curling up on the floor? So probably is better things work as normal. So if anyone goes out and buy the game, it is half price at the moment, as I've been informed about. I would say it's a good buy. What is it actually listed at on Game Pass? Yeah, it's down to just below £20, which is half price here. So I would say it's a good investment in spending a lot of time playing a game which can bring you in so many different directions, because you can choose whether you want to be an explorer, you can be a base builder, you can be a trader, you can be a pirate, you can be a bounty hunter, and of course you can do like most of us, combine things into all of them, because I think most of us do a little bit here and there. You can become an outlaw, you can you even can run your own settlement, so you can be a mayor in that, and yeah, that's one thing I never really gotten into, the settlement thing, but I would say there's so many other things that I enjoy doing, so yeah, you can become a big game hunter if you want to do that. You can cook. There's options for making food stuff. That can be very lucrative money-wise if you want to earn money. And you can just be an outlaw and oh, I already said that, didn't I? So there is so many things. You can just do missions, you can explore the oceans, you can explore caves, you can explore planets, you can jump to other galaxies. There's 256 of them. Wicked, which I said talk with, has been around them a couple of times. I have not. To my knowledge, where I am now is actually the furthest I ever been, I think. I'm not sure, 100% sure, but I think this is probably the furthest I've been. And I'm in galaxy number, what, 12, 13, something like that. So I'm just an infant in the galaxy jumping game. And the thing is, each galaxy has their own characteristics as well. So one can be more hostile than the other, which is a lush place with lots of lovely planets, and it shifts around, and one is very balanced and so on. So you never know what you get. So we're back to the box of chocolate. You never know what you get. Yeah, 4 galaxy types, so there is, I actually think there's more. I seem to recall I read that somewhere, but It might have been meshed together now, because there has been... Okay. Well, I believe you on that one. Yeah. But that's the thing. You can choose